Welcome to the Teaching Online course. If you're interested in becoming an adjunct online professor, maybe you just want to start dabbling in teaching some online kinds of content, or maybe you want to create your classroom into more of a blended atmosphere where you're integrating technology more effectively, then this is the right course for you. My name is Cheryl Nussbaum-Beach, and I am the course instructor. Very excited to have you on board and looking forward to meeting all of you tonight in the webinar. So what I wanted to do was take just a moment to get you into the course space, introduce myself, and kind of get you comfortable with things before we meet tonight around 6:30 in the webinar link that's been provided for you. Now, if for some reason you didn't get a chance to attend the webinar tonight, don't panic. We record all these. They're all archived, so you can go back and look at it in your leisure. But I think that tonight's webinar is a really good one to get everybody acclimated to not only the course space and the syllabus, but also really helping you to understand how to use the Blackboard software as an online instructor. Because one of the best ways to learn to teach online is to do it. So this course is very much hands-on, very much practicing the craft, and with someone there to kind of coach you through it and guide you through what it is you're going to be doing. So let's get started. I'm going to go to the community landing page. When you were sent the link by Amber, you were asked to join this space. Let me log out, excuse me, so you can see exactly what you would see. When you come here, to join, you're going to see something along this line. You'll fill out the information. You'll do the little CAPTCHA code. If this gives you a run for your money, then all you have to do is renew it, and it'll give you a different CAPTCHA code each time. Once you get that filled out, there'll be some profile questions that it'll ask you to fill out. Do that, and then what it'll do is it will land you inside this space. You'll see something like this. Now, the first thing you're going to do, and let me just scoot this over so you can see it, once you get here, is look around, kind of have a look. There's all kinds of information here, and you can see who all is a member of this page. Let me pull you back over, and I'll show you that before I show you the other. This shows you where the members are, and you can click on View All, and it'll show you all the people that are hanging out here. Most people that come to this space are taking courses, or they're discussing things that have to do with powerful learning practices content. Then there's also this, the forum, and let me just scroll down a little bit so you can see that. The forums here, this forum will be different than your course forum. So this is where you kind of got to cue me in. When you land on the main page for Powerful Learning Practice, you see a lot of things that are common to anyone taking a course. So this is the online community. Your discussions are mostly going to take place inside your course space. However, sometimes you're going to want to go out here and connect with the bigger group. These are people from all over the world that are taking all different courses, and so you can learn and sharpen and get to know each other through that too. But primarily when you log in, rather than playing around in the course space, you're going to go over here where it says e-courses, and you'll see right here, Teaching Online. So what you want to do is go to e-courses, Teaching Online, and it'll pull you here to your course. Now, up here somewhere, it's going to say something like, hey, request to join, or something along those lines, and I'll approve you. Right now, nobody's in the community. I haven't sent out the invite links, but you can see that this lands us inside the course space. So the Teaching Online, and this is this section. So I'm going to scroll down, kind of show you what's here real quick. A welcome kind of tells you a little bit about the course. Here's my information. You can find out a little bit more about me if you'd like to, a little bit more of the course information, our Twitter tag. It explains how the course is flipped, and I'll explain more about that tonight. But basically, tonight's webinar will be an orientation. Then there will be content for week 1. You'll kind of work through that content, grapple with it, think about it, respond to it, challenge each other on it. And then the webinar next Monday will be where we apply that knowledge. So the flipped piece is that you have lecture, articles, boring kinds of stuff done in a one-by-one self-paced sort of format. And then when we come together in the live webinar, which is from 6:30 to 8 every Monday night, that's Eastern time, New York time zone, then that's when we're really going to start applying that knowledge, go deeply, have some discussions. A lot of times we'll co-construct things, and that's where that takes place. So after I tell you a little bit about that, I lay out the week's topic. So if you're looking for something that's going to tell you what we're talking about, there it is. And then you'll find at the bottom here different discussions. And I have these laid out by weeks. Now, the way you can tell which discussion it is, obviously, there'll always be a week one. And I need to put week one on this one. But there'll always be a week one that'll let you know that. There's also a tag. Do you see this week one tag? Watch what happens. When I click on that, it's going to pull us only to the week one information. So the way it's organized is in the discussions, you'll always see a week one in front. And then if you want to go to all the week one, you can click here. Now this comment is basically comments to the course overall. It isn't the comments to answering the discussion post. When you go to answer a discussion post, you click on the post, and then you'll read what's on the post. You'll type in here your response, excuse me, and then you'll click add reply. So the comment page on the main page is really just so that if you have conversation that you want to ask generally about the course, you can put it down here at the wall. But the comments to the posts themselves are done at the post level. Now, the other important thing, and we'll go all over this again tonight, the other important thing for you to know is the pages. This is how we kind of organize the course. This is where you get the link to join the webinar, so if you've ever forgotten it, or the archive to get in. This will tell you about graduate credit. You can get graduate credit for this course. I believe it's 4 credits. I'm not sure. We need to look at that, but I think it is. Might be 3. But it's through North Dakota State University. There's the syllabus, if you'd like to look at that. This will give you your week 1 assignments. There's a theorist chart that's related to the assignments this week. Course assignments give it to you for the whole course, lay it out just that, instead of having to find those in the syllabus. And then there's a letter archive. And the letter archive will have whatever letters have gone out, because sometimes people will set their email settings so that they're not getting what I send you coming from the course. And so if you think, wow, somebody got that letter, I didn't see that letter, you can always keep up with what letters or what communications being sent out through the letter archive. That kind of is the way you get around inside the course, and we'll look more at that this evening, as well as getting to know you better. I'll tell you a little bit more about myself at that time, and we're going to practice using the webinar software as moderators. So I look forward to seeing everybody. Hope you have a good time getting in, and I'll look for you about 6:30 this evening. Bye.